Now, IEBC officials are at this moment comparing photographs of result forms from more than 46,000 polling stations nationwide to physical forms being brought to the Bomas of Kenya Uchaguzi Center from each of the 290 constituencies to ensure they match. Now, NTV's Leila Mohammed has still been holding fort there at the Bomas of Kenya. Let's join her live now. Leila, it's good to see you once again. It certainly has been a long wait. There have been a few tense moments at the Bomas of Kenya. What is the situation like at the moment?
Good evening, Smriti. It's a bit calmer right now. The police having secured the floor where the voter verification is taking place. Temperatures rising a bit, but speaking to some of those politicians, they say with such a hotly contested scenario like this one, it is fairly normal for such instances to happen. However, like you can be able to clearly view, the voter verification process has continued, and if you have noticed, Smriti, the number of desks that have been placed here are more than what we experienced last evening, just 2 or 3 of them having come in as late as 7 p.m. this evening. The IEBC announcing earlier that they were fearful that the 7-day deadline that they had been given, they might not be able to reach that deadline if they don't move as fast as possible or they don't have as many desks as possible. Some of the returning officers just sitting by counting their documentation. Wafula Chebukati, the chairperson, via his team members, just urging the returning officers that while they wait, they put all their documentation in check and ensure that once they are ushered into this space that now is sealed off with the steel bars and surrounded by police officers, they are ready to go, and everything will be done as quick and fast as possible. But we've seen that process take a little bit longer than possibly IEBC would like to imagine or appreciate. They putting much of the blame to the political players and saying that this isn't a forensic audit but a verification of the physical form 34A and B, and just verifying it with the pictures that were taken and sent via the KIMS kits. And they were just calling onto the presidential agents that are sitting in each of these tables with the IEBC officials, as well as the returning officers who are here physically holding on to those Form 34As. And the team leader, Professor Gulie, insisting that this should happen as fast as possible in maybe 10 or 20 minutes. However, that process going into maybe 30, 45 minutes into an hour, and gradually slowing the process and adding on to the already mountainous task that the IEBC officials here have today. Many of the political players seated on either side of the aisles, once or twice, both of them coming together to exchange conversations. Once in a while, like I said, temperatures rise and they become a shouting match, but for the moment, all is well. The duty, the main task of the day is continuing. The IEBC addressing some of those concerns that were raised in an earlier altercation, having just to sit with the chief agents from all the political players and spending almost an hour with them and coming up with critical decisions to make. And one of those decisions that they came up with was not to have as many people standing on the floor of the verification area. However, once or twice, or even now, you can see as many people are standing, which is a concern for the IEBC. They say it's a big distraction for the persons on each of those tables, and many of the distractions that are coming out and causing a lot of drama are based with the individuals that are standing. The police ideally were ordered to stand by and just ensure that whoever does not have any critical business on the floor should sit on the aisles and wait for their chance to be ushered in. And for those who are doing the verification and going desk by desk. And by this I mean the chief agents or the deputy chief agent can do this and just go around and see how the process is going. Wafula Chebukati also addressing an issue that he seems to be repeating again and again and again, that the IEBC officers, the returning officer, as well as those ones here at the Tallying Center should be respected for the job that they're doing. It's a critical one for this nation, and he was insisting that they must be spoken to with respect, as well as just being courteous, because they are doing a national job and a mandate that is legally bounded for them. And as fast as they can be able to get this job done, the easier it is for Kenyans to get those critical data. And among such data, other than the 6 constituencies that were read out yesterday, all of Friday, maybe I can take you back to where we were yesterday when we left here at 1 a.m. We were with Webuye East, Old Jororok, Baringo Central, Kathiani, Kangundo, and Lamu East. And this morning, Wafula Chebukati and his team have read out results for Ndia, Gatundu South, Yatta constituency, Ainab Koi, Moiben, Nandi Hills, Gilgil, Kaiti, Aldai, Kasarani, Kipkelion East, Mwingi North, Emuhaya, Makueni, Huisero, Funyula, and Machakos Town. Those are the ones that have been verified here, taking as long as it took, and the returning officer sitting on the white seat opposite that of Wafula Chebukati and just presenting his papers, and both gentlemen signing, or both lady and gentleman signing those critical documents before now they are announced to Kenyans. And this is basically just how the law has been shaped in this this election of 2022. Looking at the Form 34As, they are uploaded up to 46,203 of the 46,229 at 99.94%. On the other side, I'm looking at the Form 34Bs. As of now, we have 235 of the 291, which is at 80.76%. 3 more days, 3 more nights. Wafula Chebukati says within those 72 hours, he will have ensured that his team will have done the verification process. All the signatures that are needed will be put, and he will make that big announcement within the precincts of the law. And he's asking Kenyans from all walks of life, please be patient with us, understand the severity or the significance of the process going on here. This is a requirement of the law. Why aren't we announcing the Form 34As? Because the legal aspect of announcing an election of this magnitude, a presidential election for that matter, means that once those have been uploaded on the portal, then their physical papers come here for that verification process and tallied, and all agents again to sign critical documents before Wafula Chebukati will painfully, slowly or fast, depending on how the issues come up here, announce for each and every constituency in the 290 plus the diaspora vote. Again, tensions or some form of loudness within the whole happening here, but maybe I can just let you listen in to what is happening at the whole.